Hey everyone, it is Thursday, July 25th. I'm going to give my trade review. I did three trades today. The first company you see here, Tivic Health Systems, I got in on the 754 candle here. I got in at 48.54 cents. And you can see that this one was just wild. Like it was all over the place. I did wind up getting out with profit on the 808 candle. That's when it filled. So I imagine like it was just, you could see these wicks, like it was just crazy. Um, and I was able to get out. Like as soon as I saw something, because it was just going all over the place, I got out. So I got out with a win there. It just happened to fill on the 808 candle, but I did get a win there. Second trade was POAI is the ticker, Predictive Oncology. This one I got in at 10:03. So after the market opened, I got in on this one. And I traded this one twice. So the first trade, which was the first trade in this company, my second trade was at 10:03. So got in on this candle here and got in on a wick. Got in at 280 and I got out with profit on the next candle on the wick. So I got in and out and I was able to do what I needed to do on the wicks. And you can see it started the drop. So I definitely did good getting myself out of that one. That was the second trade. And then the third trade, I did this company again. And I traded in the afternoon. It was at 143 when I got into this trade. It would help if I actually put military time. 143. Okay. So this one I had to wrestle, had to do a little fight because I was just getting a little nervous with what was going on. I did get in on this candle, the 1343, and I got in at $1.83, but I was not able to get out. Like it was not taking for me to get out. And I did have to wind up at some point averaging down. And I was in this until 220 was when I got out. I averaged down to 180 and I was able to get myself out. You know what? It wasn't 183. That's where I bought at. I think actually, let me fix that. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so on the 143 candle here, I actually got in on the wick. I got in at $1.86 and I couldn't get out. So that was what that was. I had my marker in the wrong place. It just wasn't going high enough for me to get out. And I started getting a little concerned. And it was slow, like it just was really slow and slow. And then it started to drop. And I'm like, I'm getting a little concerned. So I averaged down right about in here between 207 and 208, which put my average price to 180. And then I was able to get out on the 220 candle. So I got profit on this one and got out. And it went up. It did start to go up, but it would have taken me if I would have not averaged and stayed at the 186, I would have had the opportunity to potentially get profit at 224 or 225. But I wanted to make sure I could get out because it was going into the dip. I didn't want to take that chance. But I got my win. And the win on this one. I got my three wins for the day. I haven't checked to see where I'm at in relationship to my goal. I know I'm getting close to goal. I might have met goal. I'm not going to look. I want to wait until the end of the month. I want to wait until I finish my trades on July 31st to see where I ended up. So sometimes when I check things ahead of time, it can mess with me a little bit because that ego part of me might be like, oh, you're going to wind up blowing this or you're going to mess this up. So I don't want to mess up. I don't want to put that in my head. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to not look and just see where I land on the last day. Maybe I'll just check mid-week or mid-month to see where I'm at mid-month, and that might be it. And then I'll wait until the end of the month to see where I land in relationship to my goal. But I think I've made it. If or I think I might have gotten over, but I'm going to wait and see. I'll surprise myself. All right, I'll be back tomorrow to give my reviews for Friday. We'll be back then.